Good evening, everyone. My name is Marisa Alexis-Louis. I am a very good friend of your pastor. Pastor Thomas and I have been friends for a very long time since we were in junior high, and so I'm very, proud of him as a pastor and to see the work that he's accomplished in the community. And so I'll try to make this as brief as possible. But we do know that change is headed in our way. It's something that we can't avoid. And so today I'm going to be talking to you about change. Imagine walking into a church where people of every culture, background, and tradition worship together with one voice. That was Paul's vision for the church and the church in Rome. And it's the same vision God has for us today. Do you guys believe that? Do you think that that's what God wants for us to do today? Romans 15 verse 7 says, therefore welcome one another as Christ has welcomed you, for the glory of God. Today I want to show how Paul's letter to the Romans gives us a foundation for unity in diversity and how that applies to us as a church. Paul begins by showing the human condition. All have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Romans 3:23. No group, Jew or Gentile, is better than the other. He then declares good news. We are justified by grace through faith. Romans 5:1-2. Salvation is not earned by ethnicity, cultural practices, or personal works. It is a gift for all of us. Isn't that wonderful? That's one gift, no matter what we look like, what type of car we drive, what type of house we live in. That's one gift it's for all of us. Salvation. And so there's no excuse why you can't have it. Oh, well, I can't get saved, or I can't, live a justified Christian life because I'm poor, or I came from the wrong side of the tracks, or I have too much money. I don't need to be saved and live a Christian life. And so that's something that's available for all of us. And that's, I think, one of the main things that Paul focused on was change and making that salvation available for all men. And that's just so instrumental to me. Living out unity in Romans, Paul transitions in Romans 12, verse 1-2. Therefore, in view of God's mercy, offer your bodies as a living sacrifice. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed. Again, he's talking about change. That's one of my favorite verses in Romans. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed. What do you guys think that means? I think Pastor Thomas is doing some transformation in the church right now by what he's trying to get accomplished, and what you guys are going to see pretty soon is the change and the transformation and how it's going to affect your church and the congregation in the most positive way. How would we apply Romans and to our church today? How would we apply the transformation and all the changes that took place in Paul's times in our church today? Welcome one another as a Christ welcomed you. That's what we would do. That's what he would do, and that's what he wants us to do. The word Proslambano means more than tolerate. It means to fully embrace, to take to oneself. For us, this means welcoming believers from different cultures, racial and denominational backgrounds into leadership, worship, and fellowship. Just as Christ did not wait for us to fit in before he welcomed us, we should not require others to match our preference before embracing them. And that's just basically when others come into the church, or when the changes come to your congregation, welcome it. Have an open mind, be ready and willing to embrace that change. Paul's message was clear. Because God has welcomed us through Christ, we must welcome others. Unity in diversity is not a threat to the gospel. It's the fruit of the gospel. And so, again, unity in diversity. Isn't that wonderful? How that sounds like, unity in diversity. That means it's just going to be one group of people praising the Lord and worshiping God and reading the Word together. So the question is, will we cling to comfort, or will we step into the larger vision of God's kingdom, where every tribe, tongue, and nation glorify Him with one voice? Are you ready for that type of change? Are you ready to embrace the newcomers, the new people, that members of your congregation, with open arms? I think you guys are. Any questions for me? I really am looking forward to the change that's going to take place at this church, and I hope that some of the verses of Romans that I gave you today was helpful. If you have any questions or concerns, please, we can talk about it at this time. Again, my name is Marisa Alexis-Louis. Thank you.